Hawkeye coverage around the clock right here from the Hawkeye of the Storm, and we have our sponsors to thank for it. Iowa floor covering, first of all, and their tough cork click together 4.5 millimeter waterproof vinyl flooring. It's available at just $269 per square foot with self-installation. Visit iowafloorcovering.com/DIY. They are located right in the heart of central Iowa, down in Bondurant. Again, iowafloorcovering.com/DIY. And Ascent Nutrition. Their awesome products, including their new Agarikon mushroom, their lion's mane mushroom. All these products are available for you, the listener, at 15% off the listing price. Yes, use the code Hawkeyes at checkout for 15% off your order of these great products. Visit goascentnutrition.com and browse their awesome products that will help you, your health, your pet's health, your family's health, etc. Again, goascentnutrition.com.
But I think I have a stumper of a question for you. Which basketball coach's rule do you feel is more dumb? Fran's 2-foul rule or Lisa's rule that all the starters should start the fourth quarter?
That one.
Okay.
That one makes no sense. That one makes no sense. Fran McCaffrey.
Well, the 2-foul rule you can actually defend.
Absolutely. Do I agree with it all the time? No. But I'm in no position to say, Fran, you're wrong. Like, I know some people want to say that. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, well, okay, sure, that's your opinion, and that's fine. But can you really tell me, Tony, that it's defendable to put your starters back in a game where you're up 40-plus and you have a generational athlete who's one knee injury away from just – there's risk in everything. I don't buy that. But anyways.
I honestly don't even think they should play the second in the second half.
That's fair. Honest. What was the score at halftime?
It wasn't even close. It was like a 30 or 40 point game. It wasn't even like you could tell.
50. No, listen to this. 55-19 at halftime.
Yeah, you could defend not even playing in the second. They didn't even need to play in the second half. There's zero reason.
55-19 at halftime. Oh my goodness.
There's zero reason for that. You could have defended that more than starting them in the fourth quarter, not playing in the second half. Go ahead.
You can play, like, you can't just, they don't have enough players to just, first of all, do they have walk-ons? Like, who are the walk-ons?
I don't think they have anybody, but
okay,
they could have made it through. I mean, you could have sat like Kate Martin, Gabby Marshall, and Caitlin Clark.
I guess I'm just
maybe not.
Forgive my stupidity on this, and I'm supposed to be some authority. Somebody please explain to me why there are no walk-ons listed on the roster, because that does complicate things a little bit, because you can't play, these younger players for the entirety of the second half. But I certainly don't think Caitlin Clark, I just don't know why in the world she would set foot on the court. Like, if your backups are going through a spurt where they're struggling, your freshmen are struggling, okay, fine. Put Kate Martin back in the game to kind of hold down the fort, or Molly Davis, or even a Gabby Marshall. Why risk Caitlin Clark's? I don't care if it ends up being a 20-point win. They totally collapse. You're at 40 and ends up being a 20-point win. You won by 20. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
But I wanted to chime in about coaches playing their starters in the fourth quarter. I mean, they're in a tournament. They're playing a championship game tomorrow, and you got to keep that sharp. You have to. And I'm almost 100% certain. She said, go in there, go through your motions. Don't try to be superstars. Just get it done, and we'll just stay sharp. Just stay sharp. That's it. But I agree with you. You don't want to risk. You don't want to risk. But they're in it for the long haul too. I mean, they got a whole season ahead of them, and they got to get their conditioning in as well. It's early in the year, and I think they showed signs of fatigue early on. It's not there as much now, but anyway.
Yeah,
I love your voice, brother. It's good to hear. Take care. I'll take your response off the air, okay?
Appreciate you calling in, sir. Yeah, and I don't disagree. That's probably what Lisa said, and I just don't agree with being so rigid, especially a day after what happened with Hannah Stuelke. To me, I just think, in a situation like that, how are you staying sharp playing your girls for 3 minutes, start of the fourth quarter? You can tell a player to play it cool and don't play hard, but do you really want to tell your players not to play hard? And if they're not playing hard, like, yeah, it could be very easy to become injured because you're not playing hard. Like, it's actually, I don't know if people who have played sports even at an amateur level know this sometimes. Like, sometimes you can get worse injuries playing flag football than playing tackle football. Like, that's just legitimate. I mean, I'm telling you that from personal experience. So I don't know. I'm not trying to rip on anybody, but I would just think that what happened yesterday with Hannah Stuelke might have been a wake-up call that there's no reason to play your best players when you're up 40.